Hi, it's Crystal from K-Hip-Hop Discussions, and today I'm talking about Show Me the Money 12, Episode 6. As you can see, I'm in my pajamas. I think that might be a thing throughout the rest of Show Me the Money 12 since this show airs so early for me. I brushed my teeth and washed my face. I didn't just roll out of bed all dirty and stuff to get on here. And yes, I washed these pajamas. Like, you see me wearing them a lot of times. Like, don't be weird. Anyway, so I was going to do a whole slumber party, pajama party themed series or something and make it fun, but as early as Show Me the Money 12 airs, I think this might be the pajama party series. They even have beds in the background on the episodes and stuff. So yeah, I think it all ties together. But other than that, some people are asking me, where am I watching Show Me the Money, the subbed episodes, whatever. So there's multiple places that I'm watching this. For one, Mnet Plus. I have the app on my phone. I also have it, I go on my laptop and I look it up, and then I hook the HDMI cable from my TV to my laptop so I can watch it on my TV. So that's what I'm doing. I'm watching it live, 4:20 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. It airs at 9:20 p.m. Korean Standard Time. The only way to watch for free as it's airing is Mnet Plus, and you'll get the AI generated subs. Also on Mnet Plus, there's the replay feature. However, you have to pay for those episodes. It's about 300 impul points, they're calling it, but you have to buy those points for 300 points. I think what a little over 300 points was $1.98, I want to say. But one of the downsides to the replay is that they're a little bit backed up when it comes to subbing the episodes. If you look at the list, they've only subbed up to episode 4. So that's kind of, like I said, it's a little bit backed up. The other alternative I like for replays or video on demand, as they're calling it, I have an Amazon Prime account. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go and you can purchase CJ E&M Select, which is CJ E&M's personal streaming platform. I purchased it $6.99 a month, so I'm going to have that for the rest of this month. I don't know if I'm going to renew it. I wanted to check it out though. 2 weeks ago when they announced that it was going to be put on CJ E&M Selects, episode 1 through 4 was immediately all uploaded together, all subbed. Then I just noticed on February 22nd, which was Sunday, they added episode 5 and it was completely subbed. Then on February 25th, which was Wednesday my time, they uploaded episode 6 fully subbed. So as you can see, CJ E&M Selects, as soon as the episode is up, it also comes with a sub, which isn't the case with Mnet Plus. I don't know what is going on with that, why there's seems to be a separation, but whatever. So I said I paid $6.99, but CJ E&M Selects, actually, there's a 7-day free trial. So if you guys haven't used CJ E&M Selects before, then you can get the free trial. It's going to end in 7 days, so you're going to have to binge watch everything. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay the $6.99 to renew and then watch and yada, 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 whatever. I already used my free trial back during Hip Hop Princess to see what they were doing with that show, so I don't have a free trial anymore. That's why I had to take one for the team and pay the $6.99, which I don't think that's a horrible price, but I kind of, yeah. So what I would do for people who are trying to watch on CJ E&M Selects, I would wait until the whole season is over and then get your free trial and then binge watch the season in those 7 days so you don't have to pay for anything. The downside to that is going to be that you're going to miss out on the real-time conversations that everybody's having. You're going to be a little bit late to the party, which is okay because people always want to talk about Show Me the Money after it's even over, so it never really ends, but it does die down a little bit. It's not as much discussion and talking about it and everything, Additionally, I'm sure there's some site on the internet that's not official and maybe it's pirated, whatever, that's your business. But I just personally don't know about them because I'm trying to get the show out because I'm choosing, it's not like nobody's putting a gun to my head and forcing me to. I'm choosing to review and react to this show. So it's in my best interest for my channel and whatever to do it as it's coming out as soon and as quickly as possible. The best possible scenario to me would be if they aired the show at 4:20 a.m. and then at some point during the same day or even on Friday, the show was already uploaded to CJ E&M Selects. That would be the best case scenario for me. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, that's a super long intro. Let's get into the rest of episode 6. All right, so I don't think I told you guys this, but I actually didn't watch episode 6 or 7 live because I was SMAO. S stands for sleeping. But yeah, I watched this episode earlier today on CJ E&M Select. So like I said, that's how I saw it.
You ready, man?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? Ready to iron the stage, man? All right, let's get it. Yo, drop that beat.
What's up? What's up?
김도구 vs 맨시티 엇갈린 헤비 한쪽 교실이 묶이신 느끼리 한밤중 푸는 애피리 let's get it 새만 greens 잡으러 할라 버빈 빅 파퍼 I'm thirsty bitch 한 잔도 따라 왜 잡아 my caliber 나 축복하라 I'm swinging my rusty 숟가락에 problems 매야나 원하라 hop in the fire while popping my collar reaching for God in my chopper move like MacGyver too hard to follow stuck in the tunnel you won't see tomorrow yeah 큰국자 투수가 cooking the booth 이가에 묻은 그 sticky 바푸 돌리니 지붕 I'm kicking the roof 자 들어누워만 안 되는 영화 문신 눈을 밀어 비문을 때문에 수건 팬티 집어 표정에 왜 그게 뭐가 찔려 사방에 둘러싸여 당하기 쉬워 바빠서 놓치는 창 전쟁의 빚으로 다져진 하늘과 지하로 흐르는 강
Yo, I ate him on buenos sashimi 빠진 애들도 yeah energy 켜 Yeah, I'm about to kick back 오늘 돈 내려 위 올려 너 때문에 망하고 위기 우리 바세를 식탁처럼 쓰고 냈어 시간이 지나도 우리 젊어 등구름 잡아 하늘에 펴서 먼지 소스밖에만 쥐샷이 멀었어 Yeah, 우리 말투를 쓰고 냈어 지금 생각해도 철없이 굴어나요 전에 그대로 따라가면 멋없어 이거는 구고 너 앞에서 내처럼 굴어 Yeah, amazing view when I'm a little awkward 내 마음은 파다같이 넓어 좀 바꿔봐 삶아 필요해 닥치지 방금 내 맘은 being another virgin Yeah, getting pretty like a Yeah, 많은 그릇 사이도 막상 달 떨어서 나에게 저 혼자 feel like an outside Yeah, 인정 못 받아 오히려 느껴져요 여기 놀러와도 말 한마디 못해 Yeah 느껴져요 여기 놀러와도 말 한마디 못해 Yeah, getting pretty like a Yeah, I need that guap, I don't need that flex, I don't need that Yeah, yeah, let's go
Oh, pass.
Okay, so they passed Flowsik and Aiyan. The reason what's going on this episode, for those who haven't seen it yet, you need 3 judging teams to pass you, otherwise you fail. So that's why people in the background were like, kind of like, oh, what's going to happen at the 15-second mark, 15 seconds left? Because they only had 1 pass. If they didn't get the other 2, they would have failed. But they passed, so that's why. So what I was saying when I was watching this episode is that Aiyan is really cool. His voice is charismatic all on its own. And so that's how I thought about that performance. Also, if you guys look at this video, it says English and JP sub, but there's no subs for the rap. On CJ Selects, it's actually the raps and everything is subbed. I want to clarify that I'm not sponsored by CJ Plus or CJ Selects. Sorry about that. But if they want to sponsor me, they could. But like, I'm just telling you, I think it's a really good option. I wouldn't recommend it to you if I thought it was just like a trash product or something like that. So don't think it's just because I have a sponsorship or something. I don't. I paid for my CJ Plus, CJ Selects subscription. So yeah, there's that. Wanted to make that clear. I was up there talking that whole time with no lip gloss on. Oh well, I guess that's how it would look if I was asleep, besides the necklace. But anyway. Jeffrey White and Osun.
It shows I try and body mode all like Liam. Same Steve from when I'm with him. That's why I need him. Better get used to big film. Cause I'm rock star like Liam. 2 man shitty rappers out there, I couldn't realm. Got my rap on, got my wise on. You thought you know much, but I don't think you're wise, boy. Bring my Y on, bring my Y on. I put okay on game, yo, came in the reach us. Bye, boy, skate. Up on the downside, Ollie. Just a move, stupid skate. Disembark, sleeping on Ollie. Just a move, stupid.
Oh, you tryna hate me while I put in the jewelry on. When no late got 기들러리 니네 형들은 여전히 건방져긴 폭망치는 맞아 벌고 있어 스택 하면서 판치는 동네 체온 애매처럼 백스테이지에서 맞아 형들한테 대리석엔 피를 묻힐 거야 with my third eye 뭐 바뀌는 건 개소리고 남의 통장에 돈 꼽혀 한 대 비고 2대 비고 다시 돕혀 쫓겨 나기 직전까지 악발이 자랑스러운 한국인이지 타국도 아닌 한국 Still don't know how to live like a grown man 살아남을 길 없어져서 보지도 않네 레슨생들 잘 들어 니네 얘기 안 쓸 것 같으면 못하러 배우고 있어 이래는 좀 You gotta 나 이게 재산이자 커비어라는 걸 아직 모르니까 You gotta 나 이게 재산이자 커비어라는 걸 아직 모르니까
Up on the downside, Ollie.
야, 힘들렸는데?
패스에서 신나는 것 같아. Just a move, stupid skate. Up on the downside, Ollie. Just a move, stupid skate. She's in bar, slipping hard, Ollie. Just a move, stupid skate.
Wow.
Yeah, and they got an all pass. I remember when I was watching this episode, I think Lil Moshpit said something to Osun along the lines of, you finally got the hang of it. And I agree with that. I think Osun is back at his peak performance now. But one thing that I didn't realize, the reason why they have the beds in the background on all these episodes, part of the reason for that is because, well, the reason for that is because they lived there for 3 days, 72 hours. So it was like a mini rap public low-key. Yeah, that's crazy. But I guess it goes with the pajama theme, so yay, yay. Anyway, what did I say when I was watching the episode? I said that this was my favorite Jeffrey White verse on the whole show so far, and Osun's overall was really clean. I didn't really say much else, but that's that. We're gonna move on to the next one. That's Wez Atlas and NilliNico.
Okay, let's Tokyo boys freestyle. Let's go, man.
뭔가 잘할 것 같아.
Okay, get to the money, don't waste no 시간. Man, a boy so cold like two jabs, too fresh on the scene, yeah. New money, yeah, new money, yeah.
I'm pretty boy Neil.
Hey, pretty boy Neil.
Get a West Side.
Get a West Side.
Okay, West Side try.
Where's got love?
Okay, let's go, bro. Yeah.
Hey, okay, Jinsei, Lifu Jin, Yana Koto Bakari. Yo, Akira Kuaderu, Yono Naka Safari.
Oh my gosh, Wez Atlas on this one again was also really good lyricism and storytelling, but they don't have the subs here, so you guys are gonna have to go find the subs.
All that complaining, you still the same. Gotta switch the mainframe up and rearrange. Say it loud if you really wanna see a change. Cole said it be delusional.
I'm pretty boy. 도둑고 원초이 간지자마 쓰르야 스니와 레가레 비타. 스파 모멘토 바레라이 아 이미 게스토리토리토 아시데 스테르 키키바스. 이미 샤우타보엔 나빠 마지 피지컬. 가라다 스크루 소르 푸즈와 시니가. 스토리야 후드자네 기비가 웃은 때를 집어넣어 저결이 시가와.
What's up?
기온 23 그가 이나다 마치대 기비가 시대 기타메로라 오래 비타이. 나야 틴틴이나 교매적인 미드카이드 그를 다이로 마주 사이다 다기 데스케가 고로 그치가라 데르포. Money on my mind, make money, many, many more. 오래서 막하미 너 마에 네모 난 스타일로. Keep got my back, see the dust night.
Okay, get money, don't waste no 시간. Middle boy so cold like two jabs, too fresh on the scene, yeah. New money, new money, new money,
Okay,
now.
pretty boy near.
Pretty boy new.
Yeah, where's sunshine?
That's where's that love.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Yeah, my TK, where's Tokyo boys? Me.
Okay, that was good. That was really good. So, what did I say about it when I was watching the episode? They're not like, during NilliNico's intro, he said, we're not like others who form teams with people they don't know just to survive. I kind of thought that was a weird thing to say at first, so I had to rewatch it. I rewinded it and went back. I think he meant kind of along the lines of people only chose partners for this one that would ensure that they could keep going in the show regardless of the actual quality of the song or the quality of the para. So then I kind of understood what he was saying. I originally thought he was saying something along the lines of, oh, you guys didn't choose your friends, like that's weird. When really I think he's commenting on they don't care what type of team they throw together. It's just a desperate attempt to survive and stay in the game, even if they don't match with that person. Kind of like leeching off the other person because they know they're good and they're talented. Because that's another rule for this. If anybody from this team, if this team doesn't get past, then both of them go home. It's not a 1 versus 1. It's a team thing. You see what I mean? So I think what he meant was more along the lines of, oh, me and Wez Atlas are actually excited about collaborating together, and we want to make a good performance and we want to make a good song. So yeah. But I understand what he's saying, but realistically, most people's choice of who they really wanted to collab with is probably going to be somebody who's already gone because someone else already chose them. For example, on the episode, Haon had damn near half the contestants come up on the stage and want to get chosen by him. Same thing with Milli. She had a bunch of people who wanted to get chosen by her. So by the time as the selection goes on, a lot of people's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th pick is already going to be taken by somebody else. So yeah. I'm sure somebody else had Wez Atlas as their top pick, but couldn't get them, so he linked with NilliNico. Also, they're both Japanese speakers. So they kind of had to take whoever was left if they wanted Wez Atlas. But it is also a competition. It makes sense to choose someone who isn't going to get you eliminated since your performance depends on them too, and vice versa. Yes, that was a pun. Pun fully intended when I wrote that. Anyway, NilliNico had a huge language barrier. I think he's only fluent in Japanese. Most of the other people on the show were either fluent in English or fluent in Korean or fluent in both. So there's that. But also he has a really unique style that's hard to blend with. I think part of that, you guys didn't see it here, but NilliNico, nobody came up on stage to collab with him and get chose by him. So he, you know, he's kind of probably, maybe his feelings are hurt or whatever, but Wez Atlas came up there. Yeah. So anyway, back to my assessment of the actual performance. NilliNico, I feel like he came in really cool on his part. And I thought he did better than I thought he was going to do. I didn't know how they were going to blend together. They actually have a lot in common. They're both from West Tokyo. That's why they're saying like, oh, West Side, West Tokyo boys, all of that. They got along really well. They blended very well. Their teamwork was off the chain. And I think this was one of my favorite NilliNico performances as well. And they got an all pass, so everything was all good. But we're going to move on to the next performers, which is Zene and Oxynova. So let's do that.
오케이, 놀아보겠습니다. DJ 할리 씨 비트 주세요. 아이,
Zene Nova, Zene Nova,
Zene Nova, Zene Nova,
Zene Nova, Zene Nova,
Zene Nova, Zene Nova,
Zene Nova,
Zene Nova, Zene Nova.
Let's go.
Zene Nova, Zene Nova, yeah we can't freaking know them. Zene Nova, Zene Nova, yeah we can't freaking know them. Zene Nova, Zene Nova, yeah we can't freaking know them. Ayo, first out, don't with a kid, it's a whole new world, getting money like this. That with a face like this, I can bag your bitch, no money I'll pick up. That USC bitch said to go take that shit. Get money, live like no basic. Could have bought a house with a ring, my wife in. Hold up, take it back to the basics. All blue, 100 came down faces. Hold up, take it back to the basics. Sign. Pink counter, sign. Fusion on the grind. Yeah, you know I gotta get my.
깔끔해.
Zene Nova, yeah we can't freaking know it. Zene Nova, yeah we can't freaking know it.
돈이고 다 버리고 아무것도 없던 거 머리도 계산한 사람만 보니까 아무래도 탐으로 벌거까지 펑거로 아무렴 어떻게 돈이 내 돈이지 안 그렇습니까? 쟤네 너무 끝까지 돈 거래가 한 마리고 한 장이면 아까워서 못 사가 다 버리면 까불어 치우랬어 돈 때문에 상처받아 알아냈지 그 상처다 지금은 아무렇지 눈앞에서 나를 봐 아무렇지도 알아내려 그놈을 사로잡지 세상에 도움을 나눠냈지 내가 지금이나 다를 거 없지 벌어야겠어 아무래도 지금 벌어야겠어 지금
Pass.
Zene Nova in the house, baby.
Okay, so what I thought about this performance is it was an interesting matchup. I already saw the team selections from episode 7, even though I haven't seen the episode yet. So I knew that they passed, but I still wanted to see the performance and see what it was like. I know that verse from Oxynova, but I can't remember what song it's from. And this was an alright performance, but I don't think it was either one of their best. But it was enough to pass, so I see why they passed. Anyway, I'm going to go into the next one, which is going to be DoubleDown, Foggy at the Bottom.
실수하지 마. 너도. 무슨 만화 같아.
DJ 형의 동생 왔다. 비트 깔아라.
Oh, does it take your taekwondo just to take your dough? Taekwondo just to take your dough. Taekwondo just to take your dough. 돌림 돌려 둥글게 돈이 필요하게 되면 음악도 troubl게 You stack this paper like 서울대 다니는 너의 아들 내미 아기 2달 전 뉴스는 범죄였는 이제는 경제 합쳐진 냄새 수많은 내일이 새벽 무슨 향수 코너 샘플링 같네 붉은 악마들 잔치 This purple beaker filled up all the way feel like scientists Let's go yeah bet you never seen me for the 한적 없어 never flip your door before 뛰어봤자 내 손바닥 never jump 나 porch before 안개가 오여줄게 난이 don't let's get what the want 동감만이 없어 where I'm from they don't live too long my sashi really key to that way too long if you don't have a lawyer that time way too long hello like 몰라 바로 수를 따르 많아 내 친구는 많아 형의 동생 really 바보 dumb and dumber 나무토론 새끼 관아 like it 총 접어진다 like a flip phone got that stuck by my headphone killer what's up okay Jake Paul what's up okay Hunky what's up okay Zico what's up yeah Taekwondo just to take your dough Taekwondo just to take your Taekwondo just to take your dough Taekwondo
obviously that was a great performance. I saw the team, so I already knew they passed. Foggy was cool, but I feel like DoubleDown carried. That's all I really have to say about that. So on to the next one. It's gonna be Chio Chicano and KP. So that's when I was thinking that was gonna be an interesting mixture. So let's get into that one.
Yeah. Chio.
KP?
Chio.
KP, man.
Chio.
KP.
In the building, period.
Let's do it, man. Let's go. Woo.
Yes.
Shush. All right.
What?
Shush.
머리 둘 앞에 우수수 아세 음악 끌라 김혜수 고무대자 퉁퉁이 넣어 친구 얘네 진짜 야비 트로이드 눈물 기어다 우주주 Boy like every tune 넌 생기보다 잘 어울려 매일 되고 싶은 남자들 앞에 수두로 내 덕 아니면 get the 찍어서 되기 전부 애블을 실려가면 몇수 고는 뒷송 얘네 다 뒤세워 시험시험 가능 나타나면 everybody 싹다 비켜 얘네 다 만나보니 얘네 다 프로 그리고 거를 대
Yeah, 시지가 더블. Yeah, shit's right 다 또. 스키 타고 어디든 나는 상관없어, my bro. Yeah, kiss my 내 맘대로 해, sing my way. 복과 집 앞에 이들 마시는 집 앞에, tweet, 넌 마치 피그레. Yeah, fa, 나머지 fireman. Yeah, I say I beg, yeah, 야식. Yeah, sit down. 채서 인사해 대표서 먹어버려 나는 마치고 I don't know 골라버려 여긴 빠지고 아이 차고 여행 가야겠어 모로코 이놈 이 시가에 완전 버리고 웬마
잘한다.
Okay, so I thought that this one was alright, but I don't really think it was either one of their best. I feel like they could do more, in my opinion. Like, I feel like they could have made a catchier song with those two together. But I know they were working on a small time frame to get this done, so it's whatever. But yeah, I think I'm getting higher expectations for both of them, so there's that. Okay, so next we're gonna go to Raf Sandou and Nosun. That's an interesting matchup again. Backstage when I was watching the episode, when they were putting the song together, Raf Sandou is kind of like a producer. The way he instructs people he works with, and yeah, he's definitely giving producer vibes. I like his vibe. But anyway, back to the song.
네, 비트 주세요. You're afraid, bitch, you're gonna escape. I run the hell of things and run it back. I'm the kind of man you never hit that beat and pop your. Put that sign on me, her little bitch, I go by the name of Rap. With the Lindsay bag, you never seen a rack, you never stack. I just treat her back, you never hold her back. And who are next? 가는 Zene pack, honey, my audio 나는 착하게. 너가 노는 동안 우린 갖고 놀아 alphabet. Hit it raw, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it raw, 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 hit it raw.
My fears 난 여기까지 오면서 stacking big bags 난 getting really no 포기했던 걸 생각하면 아직 눈물 나겠지만 baby 이제 돈이 되고 see stakes in the basement 가면을 쓰고 I whip it in blow no I keep it in 100 and sipping it slow 네가 뭘 알겠냐고 내 걸었던 road 내가 휴닝을 만든 거 don't fuck with my bros like 아직까지 기도하겠지만 이젠 답을 기다리지 않아 I be on my own yeah about it I be chasing money time 시간 없어 baby I be on my own 요즘 나를 찾고 있어 baby who the truth is 태고 오지 마시고 아니면 like who this 하루 종일 고민해라 gripping that Glock 이제 혼자 아니라고 baby I be who the truth is
I'ma go harder than brick 다시 난 새로운 chips 바지에 새로운 fix 내 kicks I said hit it raw we gon' hit it raw
hit it raw hit it raw hit it raw hit it raw hit it raw hit it raw hit it raw hit it
감사합니다.
Okay, I just want to say, I don't support nothing that Raf Sandou was talking about with that hook. I don't support it. I've heard the song before, but I don't support that, you know. Gotta be safe. He bad influence. He's a bad influence. Don't follow. Don't listen to him. He's a rapper. You can't live like them. So anyway, but what did I have to say other than that? I was not liking that hook. Like, Anyway, overall, I think I was kind of bored during this performance. They were both good. Nosun was good. I feel like you guys see me like bobbing my head along a little bit more. This wasn't their best either. I think they've both done really good performances during this show. So I just wasn't that impressed by them this round. As they go more up and up through each round, you kind of get higher expectations for them. I was bored watching this performance, but I was bored watching it the first time too. That's no shade to them, but yeah, that's just the standard for them is going up because they've had so many good performances on this show. But that's how I feel about that one. I'm gonna move on to the next. All right, so this one's gonna be Young Kyle and KC. This one's actually really unfortunate. We're gonna watch it. They get eliminated, so let's watch it.
믿어주세요.
I used to break on my pain. Nowadays I lay them down on a 16. The road to better ain't an easy one, I can't lie. I could feel my old life miss me. 여기까지 와서 다시 못 가 the other side. I let my demons reminisce me. Young, dumb, in love, cruising down, sharing drive. Cruising down. 천사들의 도시에는 악마들이 너무 많아. In the city of soul, I see lost souls. 이런 세상에선 이해 바라지 않아. 다 놓고 갈 거야, the sky's my home. Yeah, 큰 차이가 나. They tryna be them, I'm just tryna be me. Oh, 101, 이 차라리 나. I'm so tryna be me, but I just tryna be them.
We going stupid, we going hard. We going stupid, we going hard. We going stupid, we going hard. We going
stupid.
How many trophies and how many verses 열심히 했는데 솔직히 적지 질 떨어지는 너네와 거리가 멀지 Pop your life one shot like shotgun I'm in a front seat 안 맞고 싶으면 도망가라 jump해 번지네 존재 라시 부작용 같아 비번짐 인사 안 되면 꿀통과 인사부터 90도로 마치 lunges 멀미나 멀미 가짜가 참 많아 토나와 네 래퍼가 거지야 거지 척하면 척이지 네 가사다 뻥이지 너네가 불면 멍이나 전신에 퍼지지 마치 겁이 난 사실 겁이 많아 이러다가 진짜 왕이 될 것만 같아 몇 명은 걸려서 내가 사커닝하라 신은 붉은 병에 키 작은데 거의 맞아 We going hard
무대 좋지 않아?
We going hard
We going
stupid We going hard
We going stupid
We going hard
We going
stupid We going hard We going
We going
stupid, we going hard. We going stupid.
Yeah. So I feel like both of them are really good rappers. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I feel like Kyle hasn't really gotten a chance to fully showcase himself on this show. There's just so many people and they're so good and there's so many amazing performers and all of that. He kind of got lost in the sauce. He hasn't been able to show his full range of what he can do because there's just so much going on. And so I see why people didn't pick him to be their partner. But because they didn't choose each other. They were the last two to get picked. So they kind of got thrown together regardless of how they vibe together. And they kind of vibe well enough. Just it's not strong enough for this particular show and this particular season because there's so many characters. There was other people who were a bit more intriguing. So I feel like Kyle is kind of solid and stable at this point. So it's kind of hard to stand out with so much styles and variety, like I said. I expected Kyle to be a bit more smooth with the ladies though. Like he looked real awkward back there with KC. But KC is 29 apparently. Kyle is 26, so maybe just because he's like an older woman, he wasn't really able to be. I expected Kyle to be like real smooth and charismatic with the ladies, but I don't know. That's no shade to him. It's just commentary. Yeah, because he be talk. What did he say? He's talking his shit on Rap Public. So I was expecting that. I was expecting that, man. But whatever. I also think KC, she just has a really strong aura. She has that grown woman energy. Like, she's not the type that you really play with her. She'd probably be like, boy, get the fuck out of my face with all that. But anyway, KC is dope. I think the song was just a bit too chill overall. It needed a bit more energy. And a lot of the others had more energy, so it's kind of hard to get excited for that one, even though they're actually better as rappers than multiple people who passed. So this is really unfortunate, like I said at the beginning. But that's it. I know we're definitely going to see Kyle again. Hopefully we get to see KC around in some capacity because I think she's really interesting. I'd love to see more from her. But that's the end of the line for them on Show Me the Money 12. So I wish them both well, especially Casey. I really liked her, so I'm glad she came out, got to showcase herself. But we're gonna go on to the next one. This is Royal and Evan, so let's get into that.
Let's go.
Lately, I'm Cali, and I'm rocking the Sally. I got shit like that, but so nasty. Yacha so sexy, 그냥 Calvin. I shit feel don't staggy.
누메로 우노 나밖에 없는데 TLM에서 프린트는 파형이 말해줘 it's back 랩하고 노래 해그너와 각기 건방지게 터는 걸 어떻게 해 돈 때문에 하는 거니 하라는 질문에 웃으며 대답해 그럼 넌 왜 하는데 장난이고 장난이야 그렇게까지 돈 안 돼 너 하는 꼬라지 보니까 내가 참 못되겠네
Shaking and smoking, 쉬며 balling and balling. I never stop it.
Never saw
You and shawty keep calling. 뻔한 그녀를 멀리. I gotta record it. 멈출 수 없어 난 가야 해줘 멀리.
많이 조심해 나 싶어 어디 사냐고 물어본다면 4번 출구에서 직진한 것도 10층에서 아니 학동에서 왔어 EREA 들어봤다면 지금 물어봐줘
I'm in low issue. 나는 win or lose. I'm the best for you. I'm the top boy. So 넌 내게 끌릴 수밖에 없지. I'm the best for you. I'm the top boy. So 넌 내게 끌릴 수밖에 없지. 내게 끌릴 수밖에 없지.
축하합니다.
Okay, so they should not have taken that long to give them boys their 3 pass. They killed that. That was one of my favorite songs on this episode so far. I think it's one of my favorite songs that has been done on the show so far as well, but definitely on this episode. So what else did I say about it? I was feeling like these two, Royal 44 and Evan, had a bunch of youthful energy. I don't know how old Evan is. He looks really young to me. Early 20s at least, potentially younger. I don't know. He looks young to me. Royal's voice is really nice, obviously. That goes without saying. I love the instrumental. Apparently that was Crush's instrumental, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't write it down. Should have wrote it down. But yeah. Overall, I think they blended amazing. That was perfect. I want to see this as a duo outside of the show. They can release this, but they also can do a whole nother song outside of the show because they just match. They match really well. I love this duo. Alright, so I'm gonna give Fleeky Bang and Trey B a hard time again. All shade, all tea. I'm tired of this duo. Like, they just need to make a duo at this point because they're always like, I get that they're besties and all that, besties, twinsies, whatever. But at this point, y'all need to make a duo because y'all have a million collabs. Y'all on the same thing, on the same team on Rap Public. Y'all keep doing stuff together on Show Me the Money. So at this point, there just needs to be like an official duo or something. But yeah, this is a lot of Trey B and Fleeky Bang for us to not have an actual official duo. But in general, I'm honestly tired of seeing those two together, at least on the shows, and at least, like, if they're not gonna do a duo, then it's just becoming too much, if that makes sense. If that makes sense to y'all, it makes sense to me, but anyway. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I had to stop in the middle of Fleeky Bang and Trey B because my earphones died. And while I was chilling, taking a break, waiting for them to charge, I hit myself in the face with the phone. So if this side of my mouth looks puffy, it's because it's swelling up because I dropped the phone on my face. I got on here without lip gloss. This isn't hitting the way I thought it would. The fit's not hitting like the way I thought. This is not my best work, okay? See, we all go through it, just like the people on shirt. This is not my best, and that's okay. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get back into Trey B and Fleeky Bang, so let's do that.
오, 이걸 한다고?
Yeah, ayo, check it out. 날 보면 다 talk it out. 난 한국 힙합 shake shake 넘어 걸로 때려. I'm Mr. Go, 데리고 걔 어디에 다 데려와. 네 체니 신발 숨기고 와 그거 나한테 베클라. 내가 빅대 고비야 먹지 쉽게 담져 부르라 위패 안에 지제 넉넉 필요했지. 트리패 빼고 다 실패 너는 집에 네 친구들은 집. 위캠팩에 뷔페 성공 10대 장담 너는 뭐 누가 되어도 80대 더려 페이아웃 내 버스 아끼는 왜 가져왔었고 어쩌고 저쩌고 인터넷 다 뉴스 막 디페어화에 나타난 사이렌 울리진 동네에 썩였고 네 캠페인야 너만 냅다 뻔한 내가 해적보
브라더 말고 신경
you can't be my girl. I came from way too dirt. You're my brother, what's the word? Let's time to shake the word. To the old what's up, you know I'm a beast, I love it too bright. Why yeah, man, but everybody. Now beach on the dot, I saw like run there, bitch, don't know party though. You know I'm a beast, I love it too bright. Why yeah, man, but everybody. Now beach on the dot, I saw like run there, bitch, don't know party though. Outside to the 앞에 사자라 twerk out that book. I've been there, but it feel like a vampire. It's time to drink.
Dirty, 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 squad. Dirty, 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 squad. Dirty, 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 squad. Dirty, 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 squad. Squad.
감사합니다.
Okay, so obviously they passed. Obviously they're good. They're a good duo. So yeah, so I understand why they keep doing it. But I think what I said still stands. So whatever. What did I say about them? I think I recognized Fleeky Bang's verse, but I can't remember which song it's actually from. It might be Blick That. I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, it was fun. Trey B was obviously good. They killed it. The energy was crazy. And to me, Trey B doing a bunch of flows, that's what really stood out to me with this one.
Yo, DK, you ready to go?
Course my boy, let's get it.
DJ, holy shit, let's go.
We go, young boy DK, we go, yeah, I keep it how we go.
Okay, we go. 또 쏴 올려 폭죽을 like BAM.
We go, I've been stacking flipping that dough.
흐트러지는 정신을 잡아 내 눈 떠보니 내 몸을 싸바네. 그 흔하다는 낙타 하나 손에 못 쥔 채로 걸음은 깔끔만 했다나. 너도 내 발이 되니게 놀이가 닿겠지만 드는 소리 지게 되면 다른 얘기지. 택해서 난 더 강해지기로 택해서 난 다 가져가는 걸로 파티에 낀 그냥 아파트에 파킹한 뒤 파선 테스트 많아진 사치 시간을 아끼지 않는 난 비세우스를 서칭해 스폰밥 배치 많이 내는 것은 과세 방스대 사대 감사히 살아가 bless God bless I'm 평범히 살아 푸시겠어 평생 Yo 얼마나 멀리 가냐 묻는다면 아마 너의 다음 생보다 too far Yo slap 한 방에 부숴가면 걔네 벌스에 태워버려 휴가 우리 회사 계속 올라가는 밤에 너의 팀과 크루의 중상 난 꿈에서도 봤어 이 장면 도망가봐 난 Freddy Krueger
200 for 5 I did it again 쟤네들 잡아 do it again 쟤네를 그 우리 team I'm better off 알아 you bet that I do it again 쟤네와 나 do it again 쟤네들 이상해 drop me a 10 kicking it back some feel like 10 I do it again and again and again 이쪽 탑을 하는 봐라 새가 더 이뻐서 피곤한 봐라 쇼만 봐라 I tell her that daughter she love my taste I smell like butter how you want beef and dropping low sometime when we're looking for snow 기다려봐 I'm just stacking my dirt 난 포기는 몰라 I'm pushing this earth make this song for all these rappers never been lit in some half-time trappers making my tea and she calling me dapper after my way I'm gonna get better you ain't been lit it's legit how you gonna run when you better go hit only thing that's popping is the only thing that I'm dropping is hit
We go Young boy DK we go
We go, yeah, I keep it home, we go.
Okay, we go. 또 쏴 올려 폭죽을 like BAM.
We go, I've been stacking flipping that flow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so naturally they passed. DK, I just thought about this when watching this. He gets better every round. I still don't think we've probably seen his best performance. This is probably it so far, but to me, he just keeps getting better and better and better every round. More confident, more stable, better verses. Like everything just gets better every single round. So shout out to him for that. I can't remember if I saw Han or DK in the team, so I had gotten a bit nervous when I first started watching that. So I was wondering, did something happen and they both get sent home? Somebody forgot their lyrics, or just they didn't fit together, something like that. I'm kind of glad that I didn't remember watching this though, because it made it more suspenseful and interesting to watch. They're both year 2000, and apparently that's the Dragon year, so I called them Team Dragon Force. So that's what they're called to me. I like that Freddy Krueger bar by Han as K-Hip-Hop's resident horror girly. That's who I am now. K-Hip-Hop's resident horror girly. Yeah. Anyway, DK8, he held his ground with Han, and that's really hard to do. They match really well. I would also like to see those two go together and do a song outside of the show. And overall, this is one of my favorite songs from the show on this episode as well. So I'm going to go back and try to find Milli's performance. If I don't do it, then I'm just going to go forward, tell you guys what I thought about it, and then tell you guys about the end of the last 30 minutes. It was about Yacha. So yeah, let me go see if I can find that Milli performance. Okay, so I found it, thank God. And I thought that this team was going to have a top-of-the-line performance. Junhyuk had the most charismatic appeal to Milli, I think. And she said that he has aura. I think maybe Milli has a little crush. They seem like a cute little couple. I feel like, I don't know, it could just be that Mnet, CJ E&M is just editing Milli with shipping edits, or maybe that's just me. I'm just shipping it. I don't know. But anyway, it was really cute, and they did kind of look cute together. So but Milli looks cute with everyone. But overall, they had some good teamwork too. They matched well, and now I'm getting into the actual performance. So let's just watch the performance and see what I thought about that.
미치주세요.
파이팅.
Yeah, what you trying about? I'm a kind of rock star, yeah.
What you talking about? I'm a dial rock star.
Popping up like pop star.
Eat it up like lobster.
I'm in style 5-star.
I just stole a cop car.
Don't you know that I'm like, I'm gonna go get the COVID. Remember, you never ever be like me. Milli gonna be rich and happy, also pretty sex tight. Tiny little girl trying to be big and this. You kid for somebody too clear. Today I'm a bit, yeah, but go person here, yeah, like a yeah, because jump, like aความเครียดมันเกลียดไอ้มึงจดไอ้มึงจำแกเป็นตัวใหญ่ให้ลุงทงแล้วมึงทำตามความฝันของพวกกูก็แกทำงานกูจะมีความสุขจนพวกเราก้าว wow, go Milli go, go Milli go, let's get it, whoa, go crazy, whoa, just show you, whoa, what up,
What you talking about? I'm a dial rock star.
Yeah, what you talking about? I'm a dial rock star.
Popping up like pop star.
Eat it up like lobster.
I just hit a 5-star.
I'ma steal the cop car.
Not like I'm gonna take it. I'm not done your part. It's like you could keep that set that worked so hard that time they tried in the first class. Say it was worth that. Wait, 부모님한테 부담을 주기 싫었지 난 like. Wait, I'ma go break that safe. 우탄이처럼 난 친구 run back home like safe. You cannot keep it the pace. Count your time and lace, huh? Touche. Into the second life, I'm so gift like one more match like home's my oxygen. I'm floating. My key up so I'm flowing. So Jimmy up so I'm floating.
What you talking about? I'm a dial rock star.
What you talking about? I'm a dial rock star.
Popping up like pop star.
Eat it up like pop star.
Am I in a hot star?
I just stole a cop car.
I'm a rock star.
I'm a rock star.
I'm a rock star. Yeah. I'm a rock star.
Yeah, love that.
센데? 쟤네가 패스 안 받으면 누가 하겠어? 그렇긴 해.
So yeah, that was one of my favorite performances of the episode too. So anyway, what did I say? The hook is dope. Milli's rap was on 100. She never misses ever. Her energy, everything, every performance is her best performance, just like DK. Every performance is her best performance. I can't say that about anybody else. Like I said, DK gets better every episode, but I feel like her rap, it's not the same because like I don't feel like this rap was better than the last one. It's just like every rap is the best rap, if that makes sense. That's how I feel. As for Junhyuk, I think this was his best verse on the show so far. He's been killing it. This is my favorite performance. Yeah, this one was my favorite performance of the episode. So this one, Royal 44 and Evan. And then Evan and Royal 44 was my favorite song, but this was my favorite performance. And then the last one was Haon and Dkay. So those are my top 3 from this episode. Performances, songs, that were the best to me. But now we have to talk about some other things that happened because the Yacha members who passed, they came back on this episode. So there's a whole thing going on. One of the first things I noticed when they started talking about Yacha is that Mainu's hair looks really good on him. Or Minu, I think it is. Yeah, he reminds me of the chocolate Oreos with that hair. So I'm going to put a picture of chocolate Oreos so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like, that's the vibe he was giving. Another thing is Now I'm Young. He needs to be in a drama or something. A movie, a TV show, something. You cannot just look like that and just be rapping and making music. He needs to do some other stuff. Maybe have him host something since we're on Mnet, CJ and him. Put him in the movie. Have him on the red carpet doing interviews with idols or something. Hosting like M Countdown or something. Mama Awards, something. Like he has to do other stuff. Like he can't just be a rapper. He's very pretty. He's very handsome. And, you know, they could use that level of visuals for some other stuff outside of just music. So I think that would help him get his name out there more, spread the word about him, get him some extra money on his pocket because he's getting some extra jobs. So, I mean, everybody loves that, but it would be up to Now I'm Young if he is actually interested in that. So I haven't seen episode 7 yet. I'm going to see what I might just end up watching the performances without watching the context of the full episode. We'll see what I do. I'm probably going to chill out for the rest of the night and then deal with that tomorrow. But regardless, please like, subscribe, comment down below anything you want to know about, and make sure you catch me in the next video. Bye. See you in the next one.